But do you think that Senator, do you think that Nya will debate the issue when it comes to the War Crime Code? To debate against it?
Nya will not debate with a UP man.
Yeah, I was saying. So supporting a not tangible.
I'm going to leave the premises to you that because of this, I don't want to support Nya. I'm supporting Mark Brown, the county inspector.
Yeah, that is the best way because Nya we connect with the UP hierarchies.
It will connect. But Mark Brown is our son. He believes in us, and he will not do anything messy. So he will join the MDR on Monday, and we will register him and we'll support him, and he will win. Samuel Cook has been represented 3 times. He had never respected me. That's why I brought him to the politics. So if he comes to the Senate, it will be a battle there in the Senate.
If Samuel Cook should remain respectful to you, you can push him. But he's very disrespectful. He can take airway with you every time. I used to listen to him.
Yeah, that's why we will not support him. He will that way. The one y'all trying to come with the instrumental in place so that and make me irrelevant.
To seduce you politically.
To seduce me, yeah. So seduce me, so they will not come. Believe me.
Don't make that decision. It can sort you the glass rope.
He ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. Look, the neighbor people, son, they are angry with Boyka. After his own country laying down, one country laying down, Bata laying down. Those are the 3 countries get all the position to nearly all the top position. So they might not happy. And then when they walk around, they might very, very angry. So,
but be easy to aga even me quickly on Nazragi Sara ya gong ya kaglo ya wa mi
I mean, to quickly on Nabuko for the poor watchers. No, say, wow, you are Benola. That's sort of banning kissy. Then, Yondi and Poeta Indian, the removal of Prince Charles Johnson, the chief of staff, because they don't want you to put the women outside. How many soldiers we have to have all the women occupy the entire country to make road block? So don't lie.
Baga expect I won't go away. No one as ye sa the walk quanko grew as ye no nima who will defend who will redeem her. I want serious ball. Walk uncle. Why you don't focus on the development and the improvement of the people's lives?
Leave him alone. It's okay. We are happy with that. Why you want to bring? But you don't know that the distraction. And you only them put out in APM of Brisbane. You know Brisbane for ANC. And at the Brisbane, he brought to be a minister state.
So
he just want to be called on the state.
So on a Royal Doma will be able to maintain the position and go for confirmation hearing when? When do you think Doma will be going for confirmation hearing? Because Mata Murray from Mata Murray. Yeah, he has been nominated. But I'm talking about to go for confirmation hearing. Yeah. Doma has been nominated as Deputy Minister for Administration, Minister of Health.
When that happened?
It happened 2 weeks ago, baby. So they're trying to replace him with Mata Murray, but
Doma has not been nominated. And you enter, you should know.
No, I saw it on the white. I saw it on the e-marshal.
I was reading in the newspaper. Someone said Labrador people will get job. We are one-term president. But on this birthday, I want to say to them that God will make sure that our mouth will be closed. I will defeat them more than 2018. Because I am the voice of the Liberian people and the Liberian people love me.
And in my rural village, they elect some semi-illiterate individual. And everybody knows he is not wise. But the day after his election, when he attends a forum, those who invite him to speak will say, let so and so whom we elected yesterday share his wisdom with us. And I want to assure you that there is no magic in the ballot box. If you are a dunderhead, the mere fact that you have been elected does not convert you into anything. You just remain an elected dunderhead. And Africa has no shortage of dunderheads who are leading her in the wrong direction. The African politician is perhaps, with due respect to them, Africa's curse. The African politician is perhaps, with due respect to them, Africa's curse. And in my rural village, they elect some semi-illiterate individual. And everybody knows he is not wise. But the day after his election, when he attends a forum, those who invite him to speak will say, let so and so whom we elected yesterday share his wisdom with us. And I want to assure you that there is no magic in the ballot box. If you are a dunderhead, the mere fact that you have been elected does not convert you into anything. You just remain an elected dunderhead. And Africa has no shortage of dunderheads who are leading her in the wrong direction.
In the heart of Monrovia, a silent crisis is rising, not from the ocean, but from within. In the heart of Monrovia, a silent crisis is rising, not from the ocean, but from within our streets. Drainages meant to protect us are now choked with waste. Plastic bottles, full wastes, and dirt dumped carelessly into waterways, turning lifelines into danger zones. Flooding is no longer a surprise, it is an expectation. Families lose homes.
When it rains for, the whole thing can be foot. Here our houses are so water. The one thing when you see your water being into all is that 3-4 days they be in the water. No help, nothing.
Businesses suffer and children fall sick. This is not just pollution, this is a threat to life. Efforts are being made, but without collective responsibility, the problem returns.
Our country, we just have to bury and clean and make our country clean, because when we clean it, we come back the next day, we see dead. We want to get there, but what we do, because our job, that we need a job, and we're forced to clean up, and we just have to clean up. We see other people, we're selling food, we see deaths around them, and we try to talk to them. They will talk to us aggressive way, but all that, we just have to do our work. We will clean it and take it and go chunk it away, because that's why we employ to do the job. And
who is responsible? The citizens or the system?
Like my brother, we're trying to clean our country. If you are doing this thing, you will be bad, because the country, if you clean the country, that all of our name will go, and we're trying our best to make the country decent. But you people will be choking death on the street. They want they will give us, but they will say, like, your job, you are responsible to clean the dead. So now we say, no, we are trying to clean our country, because other people country, when you go, other people country, they're very clean and decent. But see how much one will be. So we're trying to pull that blood together and clean our country. That all of the sector time when we see how they will say yes.
The truth is, we all are, but there is hope. Change begins with awareness and action. Liberia deserves better. Our waterways deserve to flow, not suffocate.
Oh yes, indeed, our waterways deserves to flow and not to suffocate. Lazy hand make a man poor. Diligent hands bring him wealth. A great day, a great time, and an opportunity given us by the grace of our Almighty, who spared our lives to see this wonderful 16th day of the 4th month of the year 2026. My name is Rufus Divine Cannon. I'm proceeded this morning up to 10 o'clock. By the special grace of God, we have outlined a lot of interesting things to talk about this morning. So basically this morning, as usual, the flight schedules from the Rabbits International Airport, the weather forecast, the exchange rate from the Central Bank of Liberia, our health tip, vehicular traffic movement update, our simple minors and courtesy tips, all packaged here this morning. Specifically, we're going to be looking at the national issues this morning that caught our attention, and we need your involvement in this discussion, so to speak. We'll be talking this morning on the flip side. We'll be looking at the national environmental pollution. This has to be it's a very serious issue, a national emergency, because our streets are dirty, our communities are dirty. We are now in the rainy season. If care is not given, we're going to experience a lot of flooding all over the country. If care is not given, if the right mechanisms are not put into place, we see our drainages are all clogged with garbage, waste materials. Plastic materials are all in our drainages. On the other hand, we'll be looking at the soup protests, the turnout of the protests and the outcome of the protests, and some words of caution as regards the dispensation we find ourselves. And lastly, we're going to be looking at the uniforms of national security in the wrong hands. Oh yes, the uniforms of national security in the wrong hands. You see the proliferation of our security apparatus uniform all over the place. You can walk to any store and get one uniform. You get the badge, the suit, everything. Even if you are not an officer. Oh yes. What is the restriction placed on that? The last time we talked about it, we saw some measures being put in place. But in Liberia, when things are spoken of, the relevant authority only use 1 week, maximum 2 weeks, to be proactive. Afterwards, we go back to business as usual. So the uniforms are now in the wrong hands. How can we actually prevent the uniform from being in the wrong hands? And who are those selling the uniforms? On yesterday, late yesterday evening, another young man was caught in the red light area, well dressed in the police uniform. He called himself police aide, well dressed in the police uniform, arresting motorbikes, and he fell in the wrong hands. A senior police officer, a motorbike he turned to arrest. And when he was asked who he was, he could not provide detailed information as he showcased himself as a police officer. The man had your new helmet, everything. The men wear dress. So who are those providing the uniform to these people? Is it the real security officers themselves, or to go to the stores to buy the uniform for themselves, to wear it and impersonate? We're going to be looking at all of those things this morning. So we go for our commercial commitment. When we come back, we take on the viral segments this morning. My name is Rufus Divine Cannon. I lead and others follow. First among equals. Of course, I'm destined for greatness. Be with me, because I'm here. Together we say a teamwork supportive.
My people, I get good news. So enjoy the lowest cash out fees in Liberia with MTN mobile money. Only 2% fee will be charged on any transaction, whether big or small. Cash out today for just small man from any of our 25,000 agents across Liberia. No call will grow on your feet for your own money business. MTN Momo makes it easy, fast, and secure just for you. Dial *156# or download the MTN Momo app today to cash out with MTN Momo for just 2% fees. Fast, easy, and secure.
Momo now we say again, they all I want your mole cheese.
MTN. Shake my tato. Bro, if I get you to see my pictures,
oh Jojo, please, man. I will say that in later. If you can wait, go reach out with Lusa MTN so you can win new iPhone 17 Pro Max.
Wait, you said I can win brand new iPhone 17 Pro Max?
Yeah, Lusa MTN gave me away plenty of iPhone 17 Pro Max every week.
Shake explain to me now. How can win my own of iPhone 17 Pro Max?
Just recharge that *156# and recharge as low as 20 cents or above. You can win one of the many iPhone 17 Pro Max.
But I want to recharge for my new iPhone 17 Pro Max already set.
I want to lose that MTN can do, my girl. No time.
I recharge you right now. This begging iPhone owner name for my own picture must and
join the iPhone 17 Pro Max gang. Loans to sell MTN, recharge, and bump pay. iPhone Rush is giving away multiple iPhone 17 Pro Max every week, along with amazing prizes like smartphones, bag of rice, headphones, power banks, and other exciting prizes. Simply recharge as low as 20 cents to get a spin to win, data, calls, and enter the draw to win an iPhone 17 Pro Max. Every week, the more you recharge, the better your chances are to win.
MTN.
If you want extra small money for the things that you're not expecting, let me tell you about Momo Loan. Live fast and easy way to be free with money problem. Momo Loan, the new way of taking care of things when you not get money. The first thing you got to do is to register. Dial *156*5# and you will select extra cash. Hey man, that one, that easy credit there. Momo Loan, they're not just giving you money, they are making you strong financially. Momo Loan, that your fallback position, that you're dependable. Go get it. Don't wait, go register today and control your money power with Momo Loan. Momo Loan, extra money for the things that are important to you.
Welcome back after the commercials. It's time we bring you the weather forecast this morning. It's very important that we do so quickly so that when leaving your homes, you are already prepared to go along with the weather. Yes, the weather conditions. So this morning, BBC is reporting 29 degrees Celsius, and later on, it's going to turn out to be 24 degrees Celsius. It's going to be sunny and a gentle breeze. It's going to be sunny and a gentle breeze. And let's look out for humidity. Humidity is 94%. Humidity is 94%. So that's quite interesting this morning. It's quite interesting this morning. To the Central Bank of Liberia this morning, as of April 15, as on yesterday, the Central Bank posted on its website the buying and selling rates as usual. So we see here the buying rate 183.25, while the selling rate is 185.31. The selling rate is 185.31 and the buying rate is 183.25. So the Central Bank of Liberia made it plain to us that when you go to the bank to do your cash out and all kinds of stuff, every one of us should, whatever it is, 1% of whatever money you went for should be given to you in coins. So let us learn this and let us know this. Don't say that the bank doing it. It is a mandate. It's mandatory. It's a mandate from the Central Bank of Liberia that 1% of whatever cash that you went for at the bank should be given you in coins. So please know this today. Of course, when you learn it, it's going to help us to actually work along with our tellers, our bankers, and all those stuff. Yeah. So it's interesting to know that 1% of whatever money you went for will be given you in coins. Yeah. You get that money in coins. So those of you who also go to the bank for your, how they call it, your salary, 1% of your salary will be given in coins. So be trying with your live, you know that money back. Yeah. So you may put your live coins inside. Yeah. So when your friend come to you, oh, please give me 1,000 jetira coins. Yeah, man. Go ahead. Okay. So it's just for side, to put a smile on your face this morning and make you feel. Let me say to you, depression is real. Yes, of course. Depression is real. And it's fast killing people. All you need to do, my friend, please do not allow anything to weigh you down. For those of us who are Christians, being a Christian is one thing, and being a believer is what matters. When you read the Word of God, it enlightens your mind. It gives you courage that no matter what it is, Lean not on your own understanding, because in all of your ways, God said, we should acknowledge him and he will direct our path. So do not allow depression to weigh you down because that man left you or that woman left you. So it is the end of your life, or because you've been sacked, it's the end of your life. No. There are times in which God allowed these things to happen so that it gives space to the bigger opportunities. Yes. Please do not allow yourselves to be depressed by situation. Do not allow yourself to be depressed by situation, because these things come just to make us strong. God never told us it would be easy, but what he said, we should look up to him. Even in the midst of the storm, he will provide that shelter for us. And after the storm, there comes calm. After the rain, your sun will shine. It is not all to your life. So do not allow yourself to be depressed. Young people are dying from pressure. Oh, yes. Young people dying from pressure. Oh, the girl not sick, the boy not sick. By the end of the day, you did not know. Pressure is creeping because some of the food that we eat too much of salt. And salt is one of the things, that actually the kind of salt now that's being produced. Yes. So please limit your eating of salt. Yes, even the cube that you're eating, it has too much of salt in it. Let's limit these things and let's do our regular check, our regular medical check. Go and do it. It's going to help you. And we want to say to all of our friends who are involved in the smoking business, they have banned shisha from our country, but most of you have your personal shisha, you at home, you doing your shisha thing, and some of you even have the electronic ones. You are in the streets with it. Shisha is dangerous to your health. 1 hour of a shisha is equivalent to a pack of cigarettes. You are damaging your health. Please. Oh, the Ghana's sake, you are gradually killing yourself. Your lungs, you are damaging it. When it reaches a certain stage now where, it gets so complicated, before you notice it, you are already heading to your grave. So please, let us actually take this serious and act in accordance. All right? Your life is very precious. So let me see if I can get Francis, wherever he is, to provide us update regarding the vehicular traffic movement, where Francis is this morning. Yeah. Let me see where Francis, let's see if we can get Francis this morning, wherever he is, so that he provide us update. While we are with Francis on the line, while I was coming to work this morning, it was not as tense as other hours or the latter hours. Okay, we have Francis on the line. Francis, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Rufus. And how was your night?
His grace is always sufficient for thee, my brother. I'm bouncing like a predator bouncing ball this morning.
Yeah, from your voice, can tell that.
Oh, yeah, too much energy. Quickly, where are you?
Yeah, I'm right at the Tubero Junction. I'm standing currently.
Quickly update us regarding the vehicular traffic movement on that side and other issues that we need to know.
Yeah, for the traffic movement, the traffic light is up. At the Tubero Junction. So you have 1 police officer here making sure to see how best that you have free movement to the traffic here.
Other issues?
Yeah, in other development is about the cleanliness of Finsville. The other time when I spoke with that of the head of the sanitation, Mr. Romeo Clark, and co-riders, he and I spoke lengthily on the cleanliness of Finsville. There were some things he told me that how Finsville to where it is now, the challenges they face. He told me that where they usually carry the garbage to dump them, got on fire around the Winston area. It got on fire, so they have facing a lot of challenges when it comes to cleaning up the garbage and then where to store it. So it's something that they have already been going through a lot. But however, they are working beyond the scene to see how best that they can have another alternative to have a storage where the jet can be stored. And then the few days I saw their team deploy in the street of Finsville, trying making sure to see how best they can give Physio a very good facelift.
Okay, thank you. We appreciate you while you make your way to work.
All right, it's a pleasure being with you this morning.
It's always my pleasure working along with you, my brother. Thank you so much for your courage and your energy. So he's Francis Krumah. He's with us, doing extremely well. So let's now go on to other issues about the vehicular traffic movement. And let's say thanks to the foreign partners. Yes, the Chinese. The guys are speedily, taking our overpass to another level. Yes, you can see, you can now sense how it's going to look like from the look of things and all kind of stuff. It's actually taking shape now. And we say thanks to our Liberian National Police for also helping to actually direct the traffic along that corridor and other corridors. This gone week, it was this gone week. Yes, the weekend. Last weekend, I paid a visit around the Pearl River area. Yes, it was quite wonderful. What I saw, development is taking shape gradually in Liberia. The road construction, yes, is taking shape along the corridor there. Yes, so as far as what's the place? The Iron Gate area there. I saw the team around there. They are trying the best to get these things sorted out so that we have the lanes that were actually promised by the Public Work Ministry. I see a lot of things ongoing there. We say thanks to all Liberians for the collective effort. Yes, amidst the challenges, like I always say, there are prospects and gains. And as so, when the right things are done, we need to commend the people who are doing it. And the wrong things are done, we need to showcase and actually bring them to attention. Yes, we shouldn't only criticize, even when the right things are done, we see people criticizing. No, criticism doesn't come that way. Yes, and to those of you who are working, when you're being criticized, take it in good faith. And amongst those things that you've been criticized for, those some are fallacy, but the ones that are real, you need to work on them and make an amends so that you do the right thing in the interest of the people and not your personal interest. Yes, so that's what we thought to say this morning. Our simple minded and courtesy, we say always greet people wherever, whenever. The word thank you, the word please, those are powerful words that you need to use when someone is actually when you ask someone to do something for you or someone did something for you. Tell them thank you. Yes, appreciation, showing gratitude, it pays a lot. When you show gratitude, it pays a lot. So it's always good for us to do that thing. And another thing we have come to realize that most of us have made ourselves used to is this cell phone business. When you are taking out or you go for a function, everybody on their phone. Come on, it gets so boring. Let us follow the pattern, conversational pattern, and gathering pattern. Leave the phones, put the phones down. The purpose for which you were at that place at that time must be served. Put that phone down. It shows no decency. Yes, you need to put the phone down. You were somebody, you just on the phone. A lot of us, we are noted for that. You understand? But since we came across this teaching, we've learned that whenever you're around people, you always put your phones down. Yes. So you both have conversation. You both have, the time, the quality time that is needed for both of you to have. Yes. Don't always be on the phone. You're always on the phone, always on the phone. By the end of the day, come on. It's not going to pay off. It's not going to all go well. It shows a lot of limitation, how limited you are. Yes. Somebody say, oh, why the limitation there? It has a lot to speak of you. Because you always on your phone. You just on your phone, you on your phone. For what? For what reason? You where with the person, then you on the phone. So in another development, before we go to our other issues, in another development, yes, to provide medical and dental clinic and leadership training for the folks back home. That was actually held at the AME Zion University there in Pearl River, the Pearl River campus. And it was wonderful. I was also a part of that. I went for one of its functions where they were doing the clinical and dental activities. Yes, so thanks to Sis Jenna Logan, who actually gave me the invitation to have gone there to see the work that they actually did. It was excellent. It was very excellent. We say thanks to you folks, the global mission of the AME Zion Church. You guys did extremely well. I saw the level of need when it comes to medical attention. The people turned out in their numbers. Yes, the people turned out in their numbers. It was so interesting to know that it was for the very first time some kids, even adults, went for dental care. Even some of you, when was the last time you ever saw dental care to take your teeth, to look at, your teeth? But it was provided. We say thanks to the 31 team members from the global mission of the AME Zion Church. It was quite interesting. That's what the church needs to do. It's not about you collecting the offering. It's not about you collecting the fatah. These are things that you need to do, meeting the needs of your people, your members. And we said thanks to the AME Zion Church and its members who actually volunteered, doctors, nurses, pediatrics, and they came to Liberia. Now they departed. I think they went yesterday or so. Yes, they're going back to the US. But bulk of them were all Liberians. Bulk of them were Liberians, and they brought some of their friends from Jamaica. You just name all of those areas. Those members from the global network of the AME Zion Church, they were involved into this from the 10th to the 13th. Yes, so they provided medical and dental clinic. And they also provided leadership training for, spiritual leaders and other kinds of stuff. It was all held at the AME Zion University there in Pearl River, the Pearl River campus. So say thanks to the team. Say thanks to all of you who actually made it possible. Our people got services. They brought in even relief items for baby mothers, babies, walking or crawling kids. They brought some clothes, they brought dental, toothbrush, and you just name it, bathing soap. There are a lot of things that they brought. So thanks to you people, man, you did extremely well. I was really proud to have seen what I saw, that people getting engaged into humanitarian services. All right, that's quite interesting to note. So now let us begin our conversation this morning. Firstly, we need to begin with the environmental pollution. I'm one person who have now engaged myself into this issue that has to do with environmental awareness. Let me say thanks to you, Rachel Tube, for joining the live this morning, and you, Phoenicia's Junior Bar. Thank you both for joining us this morning. We appreciate you. Yes, we appreciate you so highly. So like I said, I'm one person now who's engaged with this environmental awareness. And I've been reaching out to areas. I've been touching basic areas and showcasing some of the challenges and those issues that matters. So I came up with this report on yesterday. It's posted on my Facebook page. So, and I have another page that has to do specifically with environmental issue. And this is called Voices for a Green Liberia. It's on YouTube, it's on TikTok, it's on Facebook. So you can go there, Voices for a Green Liberia. Go there and follow what we are doing. You're going to see some of the things that we have unearthed regarding the pollution of our waters, our communities, and just go, like, share, comment. Leave your comments there, and I will appreciate. So this is one of the reports that I actually came up with on yesterday. So I thought to share in this collection. I went in the Painesville area, I went in Central Monrovia, and specifically, I spoke to individuals. I spoke to a lady from 10th Street, the land site. I also spoke to one of the MCC workers who normally clean the streets. So this is what they had to say. So let's listen this morning to this report. Then we get into the discussion.
Crisis is rising, not from the ocean. In the heart of Monrovia, a silent crisis is rising, not from the ocean, but from within our streets. Drainages meant to protect us are now choked with waste. Plastic bottles, food waste, and dirt dumped carelessly into waterways, turning lifelines into danger zones. Flooding is no longer a surprise, it is an expectation. Families lose homes.
When it rain fall, the whole place can be flood. In our houses, as so water. The house and when you see your water, and all inside. So that 3-4 days, they be in the water. No help, nothing.
Businesses suffer and children fall sick. This is not just pollution, this is a threat to life. Efforts are being made, but without collective responsibility, the problem returns.
Our country, we just have to bury and clean and make our country clean, because when we clean it, we come out the next day, we see dead. We want to get fair, but what we do, because our job, that we need a job, and we're forced to clean up. And we just have to clean up. We see other people when we're selling food, we see deaths around them, and we try to talk to them. They will talk to us aggressive way, but all that, we just have to do our work. We will clean it and take it and go chunk it away, because that's why we employ to do the job. And
who is responsible? The citizens or the system?
Like my brother, we're trying to clean our country. If you are doing this thing, you will be bad, because the country, if you clean the country, that all our name will go, and we're trying our best to make the country decent. But you people will be throwing death on the street. They want, they will give us, but they will say that your job, you are doing, you are responsible to clean the dead. So now we say no. We are trying to clean our country, because other people country, when you go, other people country, they're very clean and decent. But see how much one will be. So we're trying to pull that blood together and clean our country. That other visitors come, when they see our country, they will say yes.
The truth is, we all are, but there is hope. Change begins with awareness and action. Liberia deserves better. Our waterways deserve to flow, not suffocate.
Oh yes, our waterways deserve to flow and not to suffocate. I mean, it will interest you to know that people who you expect to be sound-minded will take garbage from their homes, place it in the street. You listen to Orita King, one of the MCC workers. She said the plane. Some of the challenges that they go through while cleaning the streets, cautioning community dwellers not to throw the dirt in the street. Make sure to clean the environment, but they will be insulted. They will tell them, oh, that I have work to do. But forgetting to know the effect. When you place, now we are in the rainy season, and we shouldn't look at flooding to be something a squeeze. We should expect it, because our attitudes has become so unbearable to the extent that we don't see it as our own. But we see it, we politicize everything in this country to the extent that even dirt from your homes, you bring it in the streets. Then you say, oh, that the government, like people sort of clean the street. And in our time, they were dirty, the things that are. At the end of the day, when there's an outbreak of cholera or any disease, it's not coming for government official or it's coming for specific partisans. No. You who are dwellers of that area will feel the pinch of it. So what we need to do? Who are those responsible? That's what the question I asked. Who are those responsible? Is it the citizens or the system? Now, I can say for one, we all are. We all are responsible. The system should be put in place to do what is necessary. And we ourselves need to work along with the system. Now, there are city ordinance laws. Before bringing into play the city ordinance law, where is the sensitization? One, we should provide information to our people. I will say to you, and I will continue to say, every time I seize the opportunity to say before the microphone, these are things that I always say. Now, let's understand. Information is as important as food, water, shelter, and medication. So if the people are not fed with information, what's going to happen? You leave them in doubt. If I do it, what will happen to me? Oh, when I do it, they won't. But let me do it. Let's see what will be the outcome. So now, if we come up with the city ordinance law telling the people these are laws that are on the books that governs each and every one of us as dwellers in that community, to make sure to clean your environment and dispose your waste properly. Now, here is where the system is lacking. One, it is the prerogative of the system, or those who head the system, to provide the enabling environment. The MCC, the PCC, and all of city corporations provide the opportunity, the environment. What are we talking about? Where is the dustbin? Where are the dustbin that you've provided for the various streets? We must have the dustbin placed to the various intersections. So let's take, for instance, this is 10th Street, right? Now, and how many blocks we have here? So going, let's see, on 10th Street here, from the left side, we have Avenue 1, Avenue 2, Avenue 3. We have 3 avenues. Going on the beach side, you have 3 other avenues. So we're talking about what? 6 dustbins along the avenues there. Now, so let's take, for instance, the mini dustbin. Then you have the major dustbin, wherein, like used to be when Madam Brown was in leadership, they had the Zoom Lion tank, where people were designated to go and place their diet in, and then after some time, the truck come and take that diet out. We can still apply that effort. We can still put into place that mechanism. Have you come to realize that we are in a digital age? We are in a transformational age. Let us understand that the same waste can be used for so many things. We're talking about green energy. The same waste can be used for that. The same waste, you can actually sort those plastic materials out and transform them into this dustbin we're talking about. That's what we call our government. The last time I witnessed my colleague from Spoon, Diamond Slanger, he was in Ghana at the Zoom Lion institution there, where they do the sorting out of waste material and all that kind of stuff. And I saw how it worked. So what is holding us back? The legitimacy of that transaction need to be put in place, and there must be a system, a systematic approach, not to benefit certain group of people, but for the holistic benefit of every citizens in the country. So if we are to hire the Zoom Lion to come, now say, okay, Zoom Lion, come into the country, build your what you have in Ghana there, build it here, and each Liberian, here is it. If you carry your waste, they buy it from you. You carry your waste, they buy it from you. Like we in Liberia, we don't sort out our waste. We should be separating the plastic materials from the paper and all kinds of stuff. So let's take, for instance, the soft drink bottles, the sachets and all kinds of stuff. Those rubber producing materials, sort them out. Say, okay, what we're going to be doing here is this. All the water bottle, the water plastic, all the plastic materials, sort them out from the community and bring it, we'll buy it. MCC, take this initiative. What we're going to do here, you will see Liberians, even our disadvantaged youth, they will see that as a means of a job. They will see that as a means of collecting, getting the daily bread. So they themselves will be all in the street, picking up those plastic materials from the various street corners, from the various homes, and carrying it to sell them. And at the end of the day, the return here is that they get their money, and then that same material that they carry there will be produced into usable issues, like the chairs, the rubber chairs that you see, like the dustbin that you see around the place. That will also help. Have you come to realize that plastic materials take thousands of years to decay? Unlike the paper. Now, let's also look at this. Commerce Ministry, EPA, what are you doing? Engage these institutions that are producing these plastic waste, plastic materials. Look, how can we curtail the proliferation of plastic waste from our streets? What can we do? Take upon your time now. Drive along the corridors, our city center. Go down Waterside. Go down the bridge, the Gabriel Tucker Bridge. Look along the bank of the Dew River, the Mansurado River. Look along the river, the bank of the river, just right down to Waterside there. See how polluted that water is with plastic all over, all on the water. And we fail to understand that the marine species that are there, they suffocate from the plastic materials. So what will happen here is that you are going to cause a very serious problem for those fishermen. Because, mind you, where we had the availability of the tilapia and all the kind of fish and things there, the crab and other things we get from right next door for our backyard waters, these things will leave that corridor because the environment is no longer conducive for them. So they will leave that place. Then it becomes so hard for you now. That's why you see when the fishermen come out and tell you, say, fish, the $100 fish or the $50 fish that you used to buy before is now $100. It's because of your attitude. You look at the water, you put plastic waste, you put all kinds of things in it. The place the things then live in, the fish that you can eat, the place they live in, you pollute that place for them. You think they won't live there? They will definitely leave. So that's what's happening. And we continue to look at this thing, and it is creeping on us on a daily basis, hourly basis. One plastic a day, let's say one plastic a day, is taking away the future of our land. So let's think about it with the proliferation and the mismanagement of plastic materials, plastic wastes all over the place. And we think that it's normal, or we think that certain group of people will do it too. It is taking away our future. Sooner or later, you're going to make, based on your attitude, you're going to make fish very expensive because the fish will no longer live in that community where you used to go and throw your hole and you get fish and come and eat. They will vacate that area. The area gets polluted for them. They won't live, the fish want to live. So they will definitely leave. So we need to take this thing by the horn. It's all of us business. Where is the EPA? We see people encroaching on the swamp land. Where is the EPA? We see your sandboard or wetland is down western land. But that sandboard is there. But just by that signboard, you still see somebody encroaching on the land, encroaching on the swamp. Say they're filling up the swamp to put shelter. And at the end of the day, all these things will boil down to flooding because we will no longer have water And some of us don't even know the importance of the water, the mangrove. We don't even know the importance of these things. So the EPA has a major role to play as well. The level of sensitization. Now, that's what I always say to people. When you be so selective in your information dissemination, it becomes a problem because not much people, the people that you have selected to work on your team to carry on your information dissemination, not everybody listen to them. Understand it? Yeah, they have followings. Yes, large followings. But there are other institutions where the people have interest in and they see their information that they provide as authentic. So when you are collectively working with institutions, what's going to happen? The message will go full blast because the least that you think that will not propagate your message will spend more time on informing the people concerning the needful approach. They will give that detailed information, unlike the man who feels that he's already on top of it, so he's not going to spend his time and telling the people about this. But the little man that you think that is not relevant in your information dissemination will see this as an opportunity to inform the people adequately so that it gives him the opportunity to get more ads, to get more contracts. That's what some of you, I don't know, some of you who are how you call it, public relations people at these very institutions. The strategy is this. Yes, you need larger audience. Yes, that's good. And institution with large audience. Oh yes, that's good. But at the same time, take into consideration, do a segmental approach. Now, okay, we know that this is level 1. Level 2 and level 3. So level 1, these are the institutions that Now level 2, the other institutions that are quote unquote next to level 1, and the other institutions that are close to level 2. You see it? So when you have segmented your information dissemination, you will reach your needed audience. Yes, you will meet your targeted audience. So when you are sparing the information in that form of manner, the man that is down, he wants to be like the man that is up or above him. So what he's going to do, he's going to spend more time emphasizing on the things that have been provided to him for information dissemination for that institution. Likewise, what he's going to do when he is providing that information, spending more time on that information, he knows within himself he will continue to have other contracts coming to him. That way, the information will spread like a wildfire. But the man who already feels that he's up there, so he doesn't spend much time on it. So the more time he spends on it, the more money you're going to spend to him. Are you getting me? Are you understanding it? So EPA, this is something that you need to do. Understand this and understand it well. Radio institutions, yes, they need money. Okay, this is your social corporate responsibility. Now, we gave you, okay, let's say the contract is 1,500. So, okay, you know what? We gave you 1,000. The 500 goes towards your own social corporate responsibility because you are a citizen of this country, and you too, as an information arm, you need to actually add your voice to this thing or lay emphasis on this thing. So let's do it this way. The institution will not refuse, because the 1,000 that you are providing and that 500 that is going towards, you say, okay, this is your own social corporate responsibility. The man know that he is a citizen of the land, and he feels the pinch of whatever that is serving as a distraction to the growth and development of the country. So he's responsible. That's his social corporate responsibility. You understand that? So these are things that you people need to think about. The radio station need money, yes. At the same time, they have a responsibility to the citizens, to inform the citizens adequately. That's why I always say information is as important as food, water, shelter, and medication. And as journalists, we hold the public trust. Any service lesser than the public service is a disservice. You see that? So let's understand that. So if we can get the PCC, the MCC, and the EPA, the Ministry of Health, giving all of these synchronized messaging, you know what's going to happen? The people will take this thing serious. They will know the danger that they are causing for themselves. I went down 10th Street. Come on, man. Help me. For some of you who like I made mention, go on my page and see the video that you just listened to, the audio. See the videos. Go on Voices for a Green Liberia page and see the videos. See how polluted our water is. See how polluted our communities. See how polluted. Come on. I took a walk along from the Gardnersville supermarket on last Friday. I was going live on my personal page. I walked from Gardnersville supermarket, showcasing how filthy our streets are. And what interests me the most, I was so dismayed when I looked in the drainage. I saw stockpile of dirt. Now we are in the rainy season, and you don't forget the Gardnersville supermarket all along that entire corridor there has experienced major flooding situations. But yet still, because of ignorance, our people have not come to realize that based on their attitudes, it have led to the flooding situation that they have experienced. And what is going to happen now, based on the increase of the mismanagement of wastes, that they are polluting the drainage system or blocking the drainage system with the garbage, is going to increase during this winter season. So that's what I said in the report. Flooding is no longer something that is going to be strange. It should be part of our expectation. We must expect it because our attitudes. So I took a walk, personally, I took a walk from the Gardnersville supermarket through the Gardnersville Junction, the shoe factory, and going along and as far as the double bridge, the bridge that separates Gardnersville from Painesville. It was interesting to know that all along that corridor, the stockpile of dirt that is in the drainage is not an easy thing. How do you expect the water to have a passage? To go to the swamp, to go to the rivers, to free the land. And then when I reached at the bridge, you will get to understand that the bridge is the major central point for the garbage. Both sides of the bridge. You have the middle, you have the extreme. Right where you have down the bridge there on the right hand, when the lane are coming from Painesville heading towards the Gardnersville end there, right beneath that, they have a garage. The guys are placing the iron materials from the garage and encroaching on the water. And they have stockpile of dirt being placed at that same point. In the middle of the bridge that separates the two bridges, in the middle there, they have a stockpile of dirt that is from the upper level as far as to the water. It has encroached on the water. And then beneath the bridge there, our disadvantaged youth, the guys have created a latrine system there. And at the same time, when you go there, you have them taking dirt from the communities and placing it right within the water. That entire stretch of the place is polluted. It's polluted. I took upon my time, the last time I went to the Royal Market. Just as soon as you pass the hatch store, between there, the stockpile of dirt that is there, it's not easy. Our people are living in filth. What has been done? What's the danger that is posed to their lives? Now, this is where you, the bourgeois, you go to get your food stuff from and all the kinds of things. Have you come to realize that the people are selling in that polluted area and you are taking food from there, taking it to your homes. You know the effect? You know the health danger you pose to yourself? Are we thinking about these things? Or we just get ready for merrymaking, and at the end of the day, we come up with showmanship? It's about meeting the needs of the people. It's about getting the people to understand. Give them the real message. If you engage yourself into this kind of practices, this is the effect. So each Liberian should be responsible to do the needful. Now, when you have provided a city ordinance law to the people, the next thing you get them to do, or you get them to understand. Now, all of you that are in the corridor here, or in the community that's selling here, or you have a shop, you have a business area, or whatever it is, you produce waste material. And the waste material that you produce on a daily basis, where do you dispose them? So now, there comes in another revenue generation. So when that other revenue is being collected, the next thing, if we see that within that corridor there, all those that are in that corridor will be fine, because now you will be security on security. So what if the people come, keep it there in the net and they throw it? Now, this is where it is. The responsibility of the city corporation will actually put into place a mechanism. So during this time to this time, any waste that we see here, you guys are responsible. So overnight, those who come to throw that, we have people who live in the community. They will be able to see those people too. So one or two occasions when people are fine, will be security on security. Go Nimba. I was making mention of Nimba. Go Sani Kole. The place, as rural that place is, the place is steady. Thanks to the city mayor and that of the superintendent. They are doing extremely well. So the policy here, when I visited Nimba the last time, if they see you throwing dirt in the street, they will fine you. If you are caught throwing dirt in the street, and some of you who don't even have morals, you will buy the plastic material, the water, finish drinking the water, you throw it in the street. Some of you, you buy the donut or the banana, you just throw it in the street. Come on. So the first thing the people did was they created dustbin. They have it posted to major intersections. So that day, when you get it, you go to the closest dustbin, you place it there. So the streets, you get people sweeping the street. Monrovia is no exception. We can do that. If the rural communities, the rural counties can do it, what about here? Now we are using the center street. We are using Center Street now as a disposal end where people take garbage and go something. The city center, the major city center, come on. What are we doing all this? Mr. Siafa and Mr. Bestman, you people need to do more, because you hold the major part of the cities, and our cities are filthy. Our cities are filthy. You hold the major parts of our cities, and our cities are filthy. Then come in the water and sewer. We see a lot of things happening, and the last time we saw you guys doing extension and transformation along that central town, wherein digging new manhole and putting new pipes and things. Yes, so it has minimized the feces, in the central town there. That is laudable. But more needs to be done. Okay? More needs to be done. With that being said, we'll move on to our next talking point this morning. And that has to do with our young brothers and sisters at the state-run university. Yes. At the state-run university, I am an alumni of the University of Liberia, a 2000 2017 graduate of the University of Liberia. And it behooves me to know that the state-run university still struggle in this modern age when it comes to the learning environment for students, the availability of materials for the learning environment of students. We saw the last time the student had to take paint and started to paint the building and all kinds of stuff. Now let's understand. In as much it's a state-run university, there are funds being collected. And those funds should be used for the intended purpose. We can say this is a state-run institution, and the state-run institution has not up-to-date materials for the learning environment of the students. You see students still sitting on blocks, students still sitting on broken armchairs, students still standing in classes. Is not a good sign. It doesn't occur well. Now, this is it. The responsibility of the institution's head. You need to see this and see it just as you take your children to go in other foreign countries to acquire knowledge. You are given the opportunity to serve at the state-run university. You must at all times avail yourselves. You must at all times create an enabling environment for the people who do not have the fundings like you to educate their children in foreign land. So make the environment suitable for the people who do not have the means of getting their children to go get foreign education. Make that environment suitable for them so that the children acquire quality education. Now, to you, the students, and especially the SUP, right? Over the years, when we were at the University of Liberia, we saw a lot of things happening. Yes, the past leaderships had their own shortcomings, but we saw a level of innovation. We saw a level of creativity. The likes of Patrick Suar and others. Before Patrick Suar, we were already going out when Patrick Suar then came into leadership. But understand, the guys, amidst all of the challenges, amidst all of some of the shortcomings they had, they were more or less engaging and creative. You see the part now that most of you go to sit and enjoy yourselves and all kind of stuff. How it came about? It was the engagement of the student leadership at the time. Engage the corporate institution like the Lone Star. And Lone Star saw the need to actually get engaged with it, because that has to do with marketing. That has to do with branding. Okay? So what Lone Star did, they built this cement structure, the seating capacity, you see there. They built this cement structure and placed that logo on it. That's how today you are benefiting from the innovation of the past leadership, that you now have sitting capacity on campus, where you can go and sit in the park waiting for your class time and all kinds of stuff. That was innovation. And it was not just for the time being, it lived a long time. And now you are benefiting. Some of you are not even, you are in grade school when that innovation came into being, and now you are in college, you are still benefiting from it. That's why I call innovation. You may be very innovative, be creative. This time and age, while we press on the leadership to do the needful, you, the students, you are at the microcosm of society. This is where your energy, this is where your creativity, this is where your innovation begins from. So that you are stepping into the larger society to lead. Do not see yourself anymore as an ordinary person. In as much you are at that level, you are stepping into the larger society. So your innovation, your creativity, it starts from that level. But we see nowadays, a lot of you have engaged yourselves into unorthodox behavior. Now we know that the leadership, the national leadership, they listen to the language of violence. We understand that. Now, let's firstly attack the issue bit by bit. Most of the leaders that you see today heading offices in government and all kinds of stuff, they came from the same party. Oh yes, the less of Gafwan, the less of Samuel Twe, the Martin McGill, you just name them. The Socrates, all of them, they came from this party. Now they are at the national level. You see what we're talking about? Innovation. You see what we're talking about? Creativity. So that tells us Liberia's problem, quote unquote, begins with the party. Because the things that they exhibit at that level, they take it to national government. Let's be real. Let's talk it. They take it to national government. So at that level, if you are at the student leadership and not being creative, not being innovative, and we're talking about morals and discipline, morals and discipline, you're going to take that practice to the national scene. So now we see our young brothers and sisters are engaging government. Yes, it is your inalienable rights. You need to have jobs, opportunity. You need to have an enabling environment for your livelihood. Yes. But how is it done? Through mitigation. You see it? So let us understand. Look at the pattern. The pattern, that's why we're talking about the pattern of the bloodline. Those who headed the party from scratch and now to where it is. What are some of the things that it did? What are some of the things that you now see in the trend of leaders that have come and gone? And now some of those leaders are at the helm of power nationally. We see the trend of violence. We see the trend of corruption. We see the trend of a lot of things. So now, like we were saying, the guys had their own shortcomings during our time there at the university, but in so doing, they had some level of creativity. Now, you have the party carrying on what we call financial aid. Some of us are benefited from that. I think 2 semesters. Yes. 2 semesters. I was on also scholarship. That funding was being created by the student body. What they did was they reached out to senior comrades, they reached out to institutions, they reached out to alumni, they reached out to big people who have passed through the wards. And that's how the fundings were being generated. And those fundings that were generated was also being used for paying of fees for comrades who never had the means at the time. Who never had the means to remain in school. So when the also scholarship is up, you see students reaching out. That's why you see the Vanguard Party is a party wherein the people love the party, the people engage with the party because over the years they have provided means, they have provided a lot of alternatives for students. That's why you see as soon as somebody get on campus, the next thing they want John Sue. The next thing they won't be part of it because of past activities. Now, I see my young brothers and sisters, instead of being more creative and innovative, they are now engaging into unorthodox behaviors. Now, I listened to some of I witnessed some of the videos. I listened to some of the utterances from our students. Now, let's understand, you as a student, the word student comes with morals. The word student comes with integrity. The word student comes with discipline. You cannot be a student and vulgarism has become the order of the day. You know what you are telling the world? You know what you are telling the people who have not even gone to school, even to say to reach that level? You know what you are telling them? You're telling them it's a waste of time for you as a person to go to school to acquire knowledge, because where is the difference between the men who have not gone to school and you who is at the highest level of institution or of learning? What's the difference? The man, what interest are you actually giving him to desire to go to school? All he sees you do is to get in the street, use vocal languages, throw stones as state security, and at the end of the day, it becomes a serious problem, creating pandemonium. So, is the plight of the students legitimate? Yes.